Hey everybody, today is Tuesday, October 4th, 2022, and of course we are still here in Walt Disney World, still at Disney's All-Star Movies Resort. Look at that, there is Fantasia 2000, Donald and Daisy, a photo opportunity. I love the fact that I actually get to stay out here at this resort for this vacation because of course I'm a huge fan of Disney movies. This whole section right here is dedicated to Fantasia 2000, and this whole section is dedicated to Fantasia. Look at that, the giant broomsticks, the Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey hat. You can actually walk underneath. That is so cool. Again, I love this resort so much. It is so it is one of my favorite resorts to stay at. It's a value resort, but it's amazing. It's fantastic. But we're not here to take a look at the giant broomsticks or the Sorcerer's Apprentice hat or just anything over in this area. We're here to take a look at something completely different. I am a huge fan of the Herbie movies. Are you a fan of the Herbie movies, the Love Bug movies? I am a big fan of the Herbie films. With Herbie, or we get the Love Bug, Herbie Rides Again, Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, Herbie Goes Bananas, and of course Herbie Fully Loaded. And let's not forget the late 90s Love Bug, kind of made for TV, made for Disney Channel remake, if you want to call it a remake, Bruce Campbell movie. Yes, that exists. That is a thing that for some reason has never been released at DVD or Blu-ray. They always leave it out of the box sets for some reason. I do not know why Disney refuses to admit that film exists, because it's amazing. It's a fantastic Bruce Campbell Herbie the Love Bug film. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. Only released on VHS. I don't even know if it's on Disney Plus. I want to say probably not on Disney Plus, unfortunately. If it is, leave a comment down below. Let me know. I would love to see that movie come to Disney Plus. But for now, only available on VHS. I do have it on VHS in my own personal movie collection because it is fantastic. If you're a fan of Disney films, if you're a fan of the Love Bug films, you gotta check that out. But again, the Love Bug, Herbie Goes Bananas, Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, Herbie Rides Again, Herbie Fully Loaded, and of course, like I said, the classic Bruce Campbell Herbie the Love Bug movie, which is fantastic. So again, I'm a huge fan of the Herbie movies, of the Love Bug movies, and there's something really awesome here. A roadside attraction, if you will. I would call this maybe a roadside attraction because you could technically see this if you were not staying on Disney property. Probably, do not hold me to this, but in theory, you could come out here and check this out because this resort is not actually connected to any kind of means of transportation. There's no ferries, there's no monorail, there's no Skyliner connected to this resort, meaning that Disney's usually not against you coming out here. If you just pull up to the main gate, you will be stopped by a security guard because you say just, oh, we're just here to get some dinner or some lunch or some breakfast. Chances are they'll probably let you in. I've never had issues with that at a resort that's not connected to some sort of means of transportation. So you should probably be good. You should probably be able to come out here and take a look at this, what I'm going to call a roadside attraction. But I do want to show you something else before we take a look at what I specifically want to show you right behind me. Look at the Herbie there busting out of the wall. How awesome is that? Look at that, the Love Bug Herbie busting out of the wall. Ocho, number 53 right there, bursting out of the wall. And then on the other side of the resort here, they've got Herbie's butt, Herbie jumping into the wall with the Herbie license plate and everything. How awesome is that? Now, I've unfortunately never been able to actually stay in this section of the resort. I've stayed here. This is my third time staying here. I've been in Mighty Ducks twice, and I've been, I believe, in Toy Story, if I'm not mistaken, but I've never actually stayed in the Love Bug section. My brother-in-law, and I want to say maybe my mother and father-in-law also got to stay in this section. We came down years ago. But for some reason, I have never gotten to stay in this section. One of these days, mark my words, one of these days, I will stay in the Love Bug section of Disney's All-Star Movies Resort because, again, I am such a big fan of the Love Bug, the Herbie movies, and I want to show you something really awesome, something really amazing. Check this out. It's an actual Herbie the Love Bug, not screen use, but this was parade use. It says right here, Winter Circle. This is the actual car that was used in the Magic Kingdom parades from 1978 to 1990. How cool is that? An actual Love Bug, a Herbie the Love Bug, used in the Disney parades for over a decade. That is so awesome. I wish they would bring this back to the parade. So at one point, this used to drive down Main Street, USA, in Walt Disney World during a parade for all the kids to see. Now, don't get me wrong. I realize that kids these days probably have no idea who Herbie is. Or was it Herbie Fully Loaded, the Lindsay Lohan movie, which I love. I actually think I'm not a big fan of Lindsay Lohan, but man, do I love Herbie Fully Loaded. Fantastic film. I would definitely recommend. So, I don't know, 20 years ago, kids probably knew who Herbie was, but I would say nowadays, I'm sure nobody really, well, I mean, adults know who Herbie is. Disney fans know who Herbie is, but kids probably aren't some big fans of Ocho here, of Herbie the Love Bug, unfortunately, which is kind of a shame. They need to do Disney. You need to do another Love Bug movie. Bring Herbie back yet again. Give us another Love Bug film. I would love to see that. I would love to see the Love Bug once again, but this is really cool. The fact you actually come out here and get a photo with Herbie the Love Bug. You can walk up, look at this, you can walk up to him, you can give him a pet, you can say hello. Fortunately, he's not gonna beep at you or anything, I don't think. If Herbie started beeping at me right now, I would not be scared. I would be amazed. That'd be so cool. Look at the VW logo right there. I wanted to paint my car for the longest time like Herbie. I never had a VW. I never had a Volkswagen Bug. Never had anything like that. I always had just kind of a sort of more normal car, but I always wanted to give it that sort of cream off-white color with the racing stripes and the 53 on it. I always wanted to do that. Even thought about maybe possibly doing it with Vanabelle. It's still a thought. Vanabelle would look pretty awesome with the racing stripes down her. I don't know, something to think about. I probably wouldn't even need to paint her. I mean, she's not off-white, she is just white, but I mean, you can only kind of tell this is like an off-white cream eggshell color. I could get away with just the white van with the racing stripes and the 53 on it, right? Leave comments down below. Should I paint Vanabelle like Herbie the Love Bug? Maybe I should. That'd be so awesome. So anyway, this is awesome. This is amazing. It's a photo opportunity. It's a roadside attraction. Like I said, don't take my word for it, but in theory, if you wanted to come out here, if you lived in the area or you were staying on property, but maybe not in this resort, you should in theory be able to come out here and take a look at Herbie and get your photo taken with an actual parade used, I would say a legitimate Disney Herbie the Love Bug. This was not made just to sit here as a photo opportunity. This was made to actually be used by Disney, not in a movie, in a parade, but still really, really awesome. That is so cool. And kudos on Disney for not putting this in just a warehouse or just stored away somewhere where nobody would possibly see it. The fact that they actually said, you know what, we're building a Love Bug section of the resort. Let's do this winter circle. Let's put Herbie out here on a pedestal for all to see, for big fans of Herbie the Love Bug to come out and have their photo taken with. That is just so cool. That is so awesome. I've had my photo taken with Herbie many times before. Sometimes I've been staying here. Sometimes I've just driven up to the area and said, you know what, today is a day where I want to get my photo taken with Herbie, and I've come over to this resort just to get my photo taken with Ocho, number 53, the Love Bug. If you guys do not know why I'm calling him Ocho, you need to watch the Disney movies, or the Herbie. We need to watch Disney movies more often. You need to watch the Herbie the Love Bug movies more often. If you do know why I'm calling him Ocho, leave a comment down below. Definitely do that. So I'm going to show you these clackers they actually have on the side of the building. So every building here, every building on Disney property always has a stairwell at the very end, probably for safety reasons. I'm sure they need to for fire code and whatnot. So at the end of every single one of these buildings, there is a stairwell, and they're all hidden by something. As you can see back there, they're hidden by the Fantasia books. There's a Fantasia 2000 and a Fantasia book. That's what hides the stairwells for the Fantasia section. And here in the, I don't know what that noise was, but here in the actual Herbie the Love Bug section, they've got these clackers. There's a Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, Herbie Goes Bananas. There's a Herbie Rides Again one over there, and the one over here, the one on that end, is just for the Love Bug. So no Herbie, no Lindsay Lohan represented, unfortunately. No Bruce Campbell represented, unfortunately. But I get it. They're just going with the 4 main original films, which is cool. But I don't know. I like the Lindsay Lohan movie. I like the Bruce Campbell movie. I think they're great. Very underrated in my opinion. Classic Disney and Love Bug films. I definitely recommend them. But all right, guys, I just wanted to bring you out here, show you guys the amazing Love Bug section of Disney's All-Star Movies Resorts. If you are staying here, try to stay here, maybe, possibly. I regretted not doing that this trip. When you do take a Disney vacation, there's always a little thing you can kind of fill out, a little section you can fill out when you check in, and it's a request. You can say, oh, I would like to get this or that. I'd like to be on the ground floor or the top floor, or I'd like to be by the pool or something like that. You can actually ask for that kind of stuff. Looking back on it, I should have said, can I be in the Love Bug section? I didn't think about that. I should have done that. Maybe I could have possibly stayed in the Love Bug section finally. So next time I stay out here, I'm definitely going to ask to stay in the Love Bug section. See maybe possibly if I can sleep my nights with Herbie the Love Bug, because that'd be so cool. So, all right, guys, again, I'm going to let you guys go. Just want to show you this amazing Herbie the Love Bug VW that's actually parked out here as a photo opportunity, as a roadside attraction. If you actually get your photo taken with, parade used. So cool, so awesome. Look at the eyes there. I mean, how amazing is that? That is just too cool. But all right, guys, again, I'm gonna let you guys go. And if people are gonna want to come out here, I'm sure people are gonna want to get their picture taken with Ocho, number 53, Herbie the Love Bug. Too cool, too amazing. If you guys haven't got your picture with Herbie, leave a comment down below. Leave a link to your picture with Herbie. If your picture with Herbie is somewhere on the internet, leave a comment down below with the link to that. I want to see you with Herbie, any Herbie. It doesn't have to be the one here in Disney, although if it is, that'd be awesome. But any Herbie at all. If you ever got your photo taken with a Herbie, leave the comment down below. Leave a link to that picture. I want to see it. But all right, guys, again, I'm gonna let you go. So as always, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. Also check down below for a link to Spreadshirt, where you can pick up, now all of a sudden my brain's shutting. I'm too busy thinking about how I want to take a ride in Herbie the Love Bug. That's all I'm thinking. I'm trying to talk and think. I'd love to jump inside that and just and drive it over to the Magic Kingdom right now and down Main Street. How cool would that be? But anyway, guys, check down below for a link to Spreadshirt, where you can pick yourself up What's with Dave Today t-shirts. Proceeds were from Spreadshirt and from Patreon. You can help putting gas in Vanabelle so we can come out to fun, interesting places like this. I can show you cool things like Herbie the Love Bug here at Disney's All-Star Movies Resort in Walt Disney World. That is just too cool. But again, guys, that's it. So if you hit that subscribe button, hit that, my mouth is going dry. If you hit that subscribe button, or you are subscribed, there we go. And then I will see you in tomorrow's video. I'm gonna go get myself a bottle of water right now. That's probably a good idea. Pep myself up, get my juices flow. That sounds disgusting. My juices flow. That's not what I wanted to say. I'm gonna go. Sorry, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that. I'm rambling now. Be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, check down below for all the links. I will see you in tomorrow's video. I'm gonna go. All right, see you guys then. Bye.